Hi there and welcome to this message. Let's see what you need to hear today and trust that you can discern what messages are for you, as this is a general message. Alright, we've got the 9 of coins in reverse, so the 9 of pentacles. This is about really enjoying the fruits of your labor, getting to a place where you have already harvested, you got everything, and now you can just lay back and relax. And there is a blockage to this. So something in regards to a manifestation that you've been trying to do, your work, anything in the material world, is not fully coming to play as you would like it to. We're gonna see why that is. You might hear my little boy in the background walking. Oh, we got 2 cards. We got the 4 of Cups in reverse. So the 4 of Cups is kind of being disappointed. Let me put it up right first. Being disappointed in where you're putting your energy in, and like you're pouring into things and you're not seeing returns, okay? And then there's the 4th cup that comes in from the side and you're not seeing it because you're focused on the 3 previous ones that aren't giving you back. So with this being here in return, in reverse, and another card coming out, I'm sensing there's some sort of a dissatisfaction, discomfort with feeling like you're pouring into things and then it's not coming back to you. The 7 of Wands here. 7 of Wands speaks of defending yourself, having to defend yourself. And this is in reverse. And what I'm hearing is you've given up having to defend yourself. You've given up having to explain why you feel a certain way about certain outcomes. Because we have the emotional and the material, but we're going to go deeper. We're going to go deeper. This is still a very general thing there. Can we have more on the situation, please? I would like to know, I would like to know why the 4 of Cups is in reverse. And we got the 8 of Cups. And the 8 of Cups just like flew out of my hand on top of the 9 of Coins. Okay. The 8 of Cups is having to leave something behind. Emotionally speaking, there is a devastation to this decision. It comes from a place of not being able to hold anymore. Like you're, emotionally speaking, just empty, done, you know? And then you leave. You decide to go somewhere else. And this depiction, beautiful actually. We have the 8 of Cups being shown as someone on a camel. Well, we don't know if it's a camel, but potentially, most likely, going into the desert and leaving behind all of this water, leaving behind all of these things and options for the sake of something new, something bigger, something better. And this fell on top of the 9 of Coins. And I was asking, why is the 4 of Coins in reverse? Sorry, the 4 of Cups in reverse. What I'm sensing is you had to leave something behind. You had to leave these 3 cups behind, or you chose to go after this 4th one, the thing that you first didn't see and that you have now embraced as your path forward. You've left behind the things that you were invested in, the people, anything where your emotions are involved, for the sake of something else, for the sake of being in a position where you no longer have to defend your choices, the things you're doing. Yeah, I'm just hearing defend yourself. Maybe this is also an act of defense in itself. But that's why maybe you're not in a place in the material world right now where you are seeing the fruits of these hardships, of these labors yet. Because you had to leave behind a lot of unfinished projects to start a new one. So there's a lot of work that still needs to go up, that you still need to do to get up that hill. We're gonna get more cards. Oh, okay, I meant to pick you one of these. Alrighty, what do we say? What are we gonna talk about? Ooh, I love when the cards jump out. It's so cute. Look, abundance, yay. Abundance. That is such a perfect card to come out in a reading where we feel like we might be lacking abundance, not seeing, right, the fruits of your labors, not being able to receive them yet. And here it is, the confirmation and the hopefully something that you can align yourself to if you don't feel like it confirms it for you yet, because you're like, no, this is no way this is coming in. Well, maybe it can be if you believe it to be. Maybe it can be if you decide to head on, continue on this path towards this, in your actions, in your intentions. But abundance, dear, abundance. And we have the one, actually, let me show you this too. This is the one. The one, oh, maybe the one is part of your abundance coming in. So someone who complements you in the perfect way, where you're able to be a pair of equals that together are able to create new. So this could be a relationship coming in, or a relationship solidifying if you're already in one. But what I'm sensing, the one is really showing me this is a new beginning. This is something, a new mindset, a new way you want to approach life. You want to see the abundance, you want to see the growth, you want to focus on the growth. Okay, but why, if you're focused on the growth, why is the Nine of Coins coming up as the prevalent energy? The one about not seeing the fruits of your labors. I want to know, why is this coming up then? Why is this coming up? Reunion. Reunion. I'm feeling very called to actually look in the book for this one, because I'm sensing there might be a message there. Give me 1 second. This card is about reuniting, coming together again with all that is, finding yourself in the safety that you are with all that is one, you know, and in this unity, the calmness of everything that comes your way is always meant to be. It is always part of the plan, because everything is one. Right? And we have your spirit guides saying that there might have been a sign. There might have been a sign already a year ago in your life. Whew. So what I'm sensing, you might have this focus on our Nine of Coins in reverse, not seeing the fruits of your labor coming in. You might be looking at the wrong thing. Oh, of course. That's why, of course, I see it now. If you are not seeing the fruits of your labors, you are not looking in the right places, my dear. You are looking at the material. You are looking still at the thing that you had invested in and that didn't give you back. And by doing that, you will not see the fruits of your labors, because it's not the outcome that you expected, right? It's not the fruits you had planned on. Now, the fruits that came out of this tree, though, are different. They are a type that allow you to have abundance in the long run. You had to leave behind whatever this was, whatever situation, person, things, where you invested a lot of emotions in. You invested it, and you went out into the desert, not knowing if you would have water, when you would have water again. But that outcome felt more certain and more safe than this. And there's a reason for it. This was your spiritual team trying to get you to really trust them, and to trust them that they are guiding you where you need to be. Just like this man going into the Sahara, into a desert, and trusting that he's going to be okay. He will find water when it is time. He will be guided to it. And he probably already has some with him as well, to make sure that he is taken care of. And in that same way, I want you to make sure that you are taken care of. That you are taken care of, and that you understand to shift perspectives. If you feel like there is this lack of abundance in your life, or a lack of outcomes that you had wanted to when you poured so much, change the perspective, dear. Understand that the path that you were on was maybe not the best for you. And the change that had to come, the releasing, is come from a place of you being in a better spot ultimately. Sometimes you still have to go up the hill for quite a while before you get to the spot where you see, where you can really have a beautiful view. And you might think you found a really good view, but then you see, oh, there is actually this other hill that I could try. And you were not seeing it, not wanting to look at it. And here you are, you did it. And maybe this was already a year ago for some of you. Maybe not, but I do feel called to mention it, as it was mentioned in the book. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, what can the collective do then to help themselves feel content with the choices, with the path that life has taken them on, the guidance they have received, even if it was tough love? And I'm feeling very called, I've been for a while, to do a reading where I do some tough love channeling. So basically getting to you messages that maybe are phrased in a less conscious and careful way, for it to be able to be accepted and heard in a way that your heart stays open, right? Through empathy and connection. Sometimes you have to be very blunt in your expression as well. And especially if it doesn't go through. So maybe watch out for that. There might be something like that coming where I just look into kind of tough love that you might have to hear. Because I'm a very sweet human, but I'm two sides of a coin, my dear. I can also be very, very sour if I have to. And maybe some of you need to hear that. We'll see. We'll see how I feel about that. But I'm sure there's a reason for me to share that now with you. But let's see the message coming up there. The Queen of Cups in reverse and the Magician. Wow. For you to realign, to trust, you need to go into your emotions. You need to deal with your emotions, with your subconscious. The Queen of Cups has mastered the emotions. She's the nurturer, the protector of the emotions. And she makes sure that everything is taken care of. And this being on its head with the Magician here, I'm seeing someone who puts a lot of effort into the things that come easier. This is not a judgment, a negative thing, but in the sense that sometimes it is certain things that are harder for us, we might step away from, we might struggle to embrace, and then do something else that also needs done, importantly needs to be done as well, but that is not the deeper reason or the thing that we really should be looking at, because it is kind of derailing us. And here it's your emotions. So the change of perspective, accepting this reunion, this abundance that is coming in, finding the trust in that is the path you are on, comes from your emotions, comes from you somewhat neglecting your emotions in the effort of meeting the other things in life. We have the wands, that is your passions. We have the mind in the swords, and then we have the material, right, in the pentacles. And there was this focus on the material and a neglect of the emotional realm. So, yeah, I think I'm not meant to keep speaking. I'm meant to pick you some of this. Okay, all right, we'll do that. Let's see. Oh, so you can see what messages we have for you. I love doing this, guys. This is so much fun. I hope you're having fun. Okay, someone wants you to reach out. Okay. If that rings true to you, maybe this is for you, maybe it isn't. But we're gonna get everything, because maybe there's a bigger message. But we have my absolute favorite motto in life, and it's the one thing, it's like my mantra whenever I feel overwhelmed. Oh my God, I'm feeling it. Whenever I feel overwhelmed, it's this reminder that Tat Tvamasi, you are that, and that is you. It means the exact same. This is in Sanskrit. I actually studied Sanskrit for a year, and I can write it and translate it. It's kind of like Latin, so there's not really speaking to it. But Tat Tvam Asi can be translated to that is you, or you are that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing, exactly. The duality that we perceive of separation is but an illusion. It is the Seven of Cups. We don't have it here. The Seven of Cups is illusion. And then we had the Eight of Cups come up though. So the next step of recognizing the illusion, making the choice to go a certain way, between all the fog, between all the options, making a choice. And I think you have, and the choice is reconnection. Maybe the person who wants you to reach out could be an individual, but it could also just be you. It could be everything that is, wanting you to reconnect, to come back. What do we have? Karma is at play here. Karma is nothing but the law of action and reaction. One thing leads to this, 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 leads to this. So, instead of seeing this as maybe a negative thing, or seeing it as something that you cannot gain anything out of, as in a negative situation, so a net negative. Does that make sense? Where you lose out more than you get back. you can see it as something that you are gaining from. Karma can be seen from a perspective. Zoom out and see that the actions, the reactions are showing you but patterns that you can tap into and make sure that certain things go in that direction, right? And are played more into where you're pouring more energy in, and that other things you need to leave behind and pour less energy into. And how all of this is really connected and really, I'm hearing it's oneness playing with oneness. Yes, I was gonna say a different word, but that sounds a bit odd. But it's this unity, right? It's a play in which we are all playing our parts, and we are all also equally the writers of said play, so we can choose in which directions our characters want to go. Okay, we have 3 more, so we have the 6, and we have 6 messages here to end this message with. I'm hearing that this is a victory for you, and I'm seeing the 6 of Wands, a victory and a reminder that you are on the right path towards this abundance, and to allow yourself to feel victorious for how far you have come, for the choices that you have made and the things you had to release. Be very, very proud of having gone through all of this. Okay, and give yourself the credit for all the hard work that you put in every single day. You need to work on your communication though. Ooh. That's what I said. Why is the communication off? Time to have a good laugh. Maybe you're being too judgmental in your communication, too serious. Taking things too serious as well, potentially. Taking things too personal. And it doesn't mean to take, I think the expression to take things personally, as if it's like a personal attack, but you don't always have to find something to be a personal attack for it to stay in your mind and be a thing that you can ruminate about, you know, and that makes you question things, or, yeah. Sorry, I meant to keep going. Your art inspires the future. That is a lovely message. And I want you to remind yourself as well, and to take into account that everything is art, everything is creation. You can choose to look at it that way. And maybe that way you can also see how much you've already achieved and how much you have created for yourself. Even if it's small things, but the routines you have, the relationships you have, the connection you feel already to this oneness, to the unity. Keep pouring into it and trust into it. And yeah, I think this is it. This is the message that I have for you, my dear. I hope it was helpful to you. I hope you enjoyed. And hopefully I'll see you here as well very, very soon. Bye-bye.